we are officially recording here from our brand new, what's the word I'm looking for this?
Brand new
audio
equipment?
Yeah, we have a new audio mixer. Same brand of company, Zoom. Except this one, I have 6 microphone
Wow.
input. So
that's the amount of chairs we have right now.
You could have up to 4 more guests.
4 more guests. That's cool.
I don't know if the quality is better, but we'll see.
I feel like that equipment would make it better.
Yeah, I feel it too.
Right? Because you can control everyone's audio. I'm curious now. I can't wait to...
Can you pass me my kombucha?
Kombucha.
It's
okay.
right there. Yeah. Yeah, I've been feeling bloated and like a little sour stomach recently. So
yeah, I can't fuck with like healthy drinks. I don't know. I mean, I just drink water, to be honest with you. Majority of the time I just drink water, but like I can't do.
Are you well hydrated?
No, I'm 100% dehydrated.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. Because once you put once you put like a healthy drink in you, your body does not know what to do with it. You know?
He's all. My body's like, throw it up.
It'd be funny if I spilled kombucha like on the first.
Don't
1 minute of using the new equipment.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, with my kind of luck.
No, your luck's not that bad.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
It's random. You got random luck. I got pretty good luck.
I have a funny story of how bad my luck is.
Okay, you talk about your bad luck, and I'll tell you about my good luck story that just happened to me recently.
Bad luck, good luck. See, we're like yin and yang.
Yang
here.
and yang. Yeah, exactly.
You're the best. I'm the worst.
That could be true.
Yeah. So I want to say about last month. I went to a festival in Oakland. It was downtown Oakland.
Oh, was it raining too?
It was raining.
Your post on that. Yeah, it was really cool.
What did I post?
I think you were in Oakland. Like, you're watching a performance or something like that.
Yeah,
There's music playing.
What was a parade? So I parked. I parked.
You blocked the parade.
I blocked the parade with my car.
Wait, can you tell us what this was first? What was the event?
It was the Black Joy Festival.
Oh, okay.
So it's fucking
for Black
Oakland.
History Month. Right, because it's month, February.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it is for Black History Month. No, I never put that together. But yeah, makes sense now.
He's like, why are they doing this?
No, and I had a friend. She was like part of the parade, dancing and shit, and it was really cool. I missed that part though. But the point I'm trying to make, I missed her dancing. But the whole festival was pretty cool. You know, there's a lot of food.
Was it because you didn't show up on time? Like, how could you? You were invited. You're supposed to be there, and how did you miss it?
No, I was just busy. I'm a busy guy.
Okay.
Believe it or not. Like,
and can we just address the elephant in the room in case anyone's wondering what the clickety clackety thing in the background
is? Oh, it's your dogs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because we're recording this from my dining room. We've upgraded. Okay, sorry. So back to the event that you went to.
So
bad luck.
So I went and I parked my car in downtown Oakland, and the parade ended up being like 7 blocks away, right?
Okay. And so it's less than a mile? About a mile?
Less than a mile.
Okay.
But in city, like, that's like 6 blocks away. So it's a bit of a walk. So I parked my car.
Is this just going straight, or do you have to go to like right, left?
Straight down. Down. So I'm like, okay, I parked my car, and I had to go walk 7 blocks.
You're by yourself?
By myself, yeah. It was daytime.
Okay.
It was hella raining, actually.
Did you have an umbrella?
And I did not have an umbrella.
Oh, fuck. That makes the story just so much more worse. See, it's already bad.
Now I realize my bad luck might just be bad preparation.
Okay, so you're just not prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, but still, I had a good time though. I was not gonna let me getting a little wet ruin my my time there. So. You're watching TV while I'm telling a heartfelt story.
No, I'm listening.
Why is the TV even on?
I'm sorry. I leave it on for the dogs.
Podcasting, and she puts on the TV for your dogs.
I leave on the TV for my dogs.
It's not an animal channel. It's IFC.
Yeah, it was IFC. It's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, that's what I said. It looks like some domestic violence happening.
Yeah, no, it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith playing on TV. And
is that what I put on for your dogs? You put like movies about domestic violence? Movie.
Pulp Fiction was actually on before this, and that's why I put it on. I put on Pulp Fiction for them earlier, but then you were coming, and I was like, oh, let me turn the audio down so at least they have something to look at.
Yeah,
and then. There was just a scene that
you
just
treat your dogs like you treat like your toddlers, so you just put an iPad in front of them
by themselves.
No, but you know how people put like screens in front of their kids to distract them?
No, not too much. I mean, when my kids were little, I would give them like crayons and shit,
right?
And, talk to them and shit.
Right, but in this case, you're putting on you're turning on the TV for your dogs.
For my dogs, yep. It's not an iPad. They can't touch it.
I'm looking at your dogs right now, and they're not even watching. They're not even watching.
Is there a cat right there on top of the sofa? No, he's not even watching. Okay,
the cat's right here on the chair.
Is he watching?
No. He's No pets watches TV like we
You'll
do.
be
PX.
surprised, okay? You'll be surprised. They actually do watch TV every now and then. I'm going to send you some on Instagram. I'm going to tell you these dogs watch fucking TV. And these cats, they do it. Especially when we're not home.
When you're not home, you leave your TV on for your pets?
Sometimes when I do, yeah. Sometimes if I'm going to be gone for a little bit, I'm like, here, let me put Animal Planet. I will put the Animal Planet, but Pulp Fiction was on. And I was like, I love this movie. You guys are going to like it too. And then I left for the open mic.
Wouldn't you worry if you put on Animal Planet that it might trigger something in the animals if they see,
not at all,
if they see like a predator on TV?
No, does not.
Like,
no, because they know that's a lion. They're like, does not look like a fucking dog.
All right. So
okay, back to your bad luck.
No, I want to explore it because this is so interesting.
That I let the dogs watch TV.
Yeah, they have the TV on just for the dogs.
It would probably be more interesting for them if the audio was on. They'd probably be like, oh, because it'd be like if the doorbell goes off on TV, they're like, ah, they think someone's at the real door.
Talk to me about this habit. Like, when did it start recently?
It started recently. Someone was like, because I was gone for a couple hours, and someone was like, "Hey, do you ever like leave the TV on?" And I was like, "Not really."
Yeah.
And I was like, "But I know they like to watch TV because sometimes I'll be sitting down there and they'll be looking at the TV like they're fucking watching." So I'm just like, "Oh, okay, they're watching." And when I say it's time to go to bed, we all go to bed. They're like, "Okay." They walk into my room. So this one day I left a couple hours and I left the TV on and it was on Animal Planet and there was like a dog getting surgery and then I was just like, you guys okay with this? And they're fine.
I think what this shows is how considerate PX is. PX,
I'm a fur mom, so yeah, I should be.
Like apparently PX cares about the pets enough to make sure they're being entertained.
Yeah. I don't want them to fucking tear up the house. I'm like, here's the TV. It's on.
So the TV deters them from tearing up the house.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know, maybe. But I have 5 animals now, dude. I have a problem. I realized that's part of my new set.
So 2 dogs, 2 cats, and a kitten?
2 dogs, 3 cats. Yeah, so
gotcha.
2. Yeah, pretty much a kitten.
Cats.
Yeah, but she's a cat.
I figure the cats are the easiest to take care of, right?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're chill. The two ones that I already had, they were super chill. You've seen them before. They just kind of like mosey around, sit on the table every now and then. But then since I brought the kitten back, they're like, what the fuck? And you know, when I took the animals and I took them in pairs. So when I first got the cats, they were boy and girl together. And then when I got Yogi, I got Marshmallow maybe a couple years later. So it was like another pair. And then now I brought this fucking kitten in. And then I brought a bunny in when I was bunny sitting, remember? Yeah. And they were like, what the fuck? This
you
fucking
can start
bitch.
You can start a petting zoo around here.
I could probably start a petting zoo, but I guess I could start a petting zoo. That'd be kind of funny. People are like, why the fuck are we going to want to come to your house?
Or you can start like a pet OnlyFans.
Pet OnlyFans. That's funny. That's clever. You heard it here first, your worst neighbor. We're going to be recording Pet OnlyFans. And then it'll be for animals to watch. Yeah, they can watch it on their TV and go live.
This could be like a very lucrative business idea right here.
Yeah. See, right now, I bet you people would watch this. People would watch the dogs and the cats going crazy.
What's the kid's name?
Remy.
Remy.
Oh, my kids named her Remy.
And it bothers the other 2 cats because it's such a young cat? Yeah. Or is it just more like three's a party for cats?
No, they just bother. She's just young and she's like all playful and they're like old. Like the cats are 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're much older and then...
It's like putting your like 10-year-old kid into an elderly home.
Yeah, no, or like if you have a 10-year-old and then you're like, I decided to have another baby when they turn 15. You know, actually, like, how about that? You have a 15-year-old and then you decide to have a baby.
Yeah. I can see
and then
that.
your 15-year-old's like, what the fuck, Mom? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Which
like, Mom,
I've seen it happen all the time.
You're still fucking, Mom? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm a MILF, dude. Yeah. What the fuck?
Dude, well,
There's a lot of MILFs and GILFs out there now, too. GILFs? There's like some young grandparents out there. Shout out to the GILFs.
Shout out to the Latinos on the east side. Well, you have 2 girls now.
I have 2 daughters, 2 teenagers.
Two teenagers. Would that have a problem if you had another baby right now?
Fuck yeah, they would.
They would?
They'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
They expressed this to you?
Yeah, no, yeah, they've expressed to me that they're enough. They've said straight up, like, we're enough, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You guys are enough. But, I mean, I'm sure if I ever had another child, they would be supportive. But they do not want another sibling.
What would you name our kid?
You heard it here first on your worst neighbor. There's no S anymore.
If you have a kid, we should name it a pet name.
No.
It should be a name for a pet.
If I had a daughter,
Yeah.
I would name her Cleopatra.
Cleopatra?
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to name a queen, right? Because the two queens
If
already.
we had a daughter, I would have called her Whiskers.
That's an animal name.
I can't tell the difference sometimes.
You might as well name the daughter Whiskey. And then her nickname is Whisker.
My favorite alcoholic beverage.
Is it whiskey? Is whiskey your drink of choice?
Gin, actually. I'm a gin guy.
Oh, okay. Gin and rum. Can you mix those two together? People say that or no?
You can, but you shouldn't.
It's brown, right? Because rum is brown and gin's
yeah,
clear.
you don't mix the clear whites with the brown
Yeah,
alcohol.
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I don't drink, so yeah.
You got to keep them segregated, separated.
We started with I have a problem
with alcohol and in schools and in jobs. No, just kidding.
Oh
just
my
kidding.
gosh. Okay, wait, back to your thing. So you have bad luck because I want to tell you about my good luck that happened recently.
All right, just want to make sure you're not watching TV while I'm here.
I can multitask. I'm a mom. I'm a MILF.
She's a MILF.
I can multitask.
I'm a KILF. Comedian I would like to fuck.
Oh, okay. KILF.
KILF. With a C.
Okay.
Or with a C.
Comedian.
Self? Would it be self? Well, MILF stands for mother I would like to fuck, right?
Yeah, mom I'd like to fuck.
Mom would like to. So a comedian I would like to fuck.
KILF.
Is a KILF, right?
No, because you would say I too. You're adding the two. Comedian like to fuck because it's mom I'd like to. Sorry. Yeah. So
comedian I'd like to fuck.
Yeah, but I feel like the
KILF.
two would still be in there. Two. KILF.
Where's the two?
Because KILF. I don't know. Never mind. Just keep moving. I'm getting lost in the gilf. The kilf.
All right, coming back.
Okay.
So I go to this festival in downtown Oakland. I park my car. I had to go walk 7 blocks.
Okay.
And I have a good time. It's a good time.
In the rain with no umbrella.
Yeah.
Is your feet wet? I fucking hate
No, I have nice boots.
Oh, okay. You're wearing boots.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
When it's raining, it's definitely recommended to wear boots.
Exactly. So there's good food, good music, good vibes. Overall, good times. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to go home. Right? So I have to go walk back 7 blocks to where my car is at. And I get there, and guess what? My car's missing.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, my car is missing.
You didn't just park it somewhere. It wasn't a dude's where's my car type of thing.
I'm just like, well, at first...
Did you drink?
No drinking. But I was just like, at first, when your car gets stolen, you're in denial. You're like, no, maybe I parked somewhere else, right? So I blocked I walked like another block or two, and I'm just like figuring like, oh no, like I'm pretty sure it's here. But then it's like in my personal car, because I have a company car and I have a personal car.
This was a couple. You said this was last year.
No, it was last month.
Oh, last month. Fuck.
Yeah. So
You do have the worst luck.
I have a company car and I have a personal car, and this is my personal car, and I don't keep nothing in it. So I'm like, you know, it's not too bad because like all I got to do is call the cops, give them a license plate, but it's not like I have like you know laptop or anything like that that's important to me. It's just a car. So
Okay.
So it still sucked, but in my head I'm rationalizing it like how big of a deal this is. You know,
I'd be like, I got a new car.
Well, you know,
because it's paid off, right?
I'm almost paying it up. Almost.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Toyota Corolla. Love it.
It's a lot. That's in a high value. You have low miles on it. What's the mileage?
Low miles.
Oh yeah. See, you got a top dollar on that. If
once I pay it off, yeah. Like once I pay it off,
even in the balance, whatever it is, you still get a good chunk because they pay off whatever the balance is on the loan. But anyways, okay. So the car was stolen.
So yeah. So I'm like, what?
How is Jorge not freaking out?
No, I was freaking out. I was hyperventilating.
Oh my gosh! And you're by yourself.
I'm by myself.
Oh my god!
But the thing is, I'm thinking like, how can they steal my car? Because mine's a push start. It's not like they could jam a fucking key or tools to turn the ignition on. They need. So I'm like, oh man, I guess that's Oakland. I guess Oakland criminals are sophisticated.
My car got broken into in Oakland too at a show. So,
but this is just a break. They took the car.
Yeah,
you know. So it's like, so finally, you know what? Like after like 5-10 minutes of like thinking like what to do, like
how long have you been looking for your car now at this point?
I want to say about like 5-10 minutes.
That's it. Dude, I looked for my car for a fucking hour and I still didn't think it got stolen. And I found it in an hour.
So, but then I was like, should I even call? Like,
Yeah, you have to call the police.
But I had hesitation because this was in downtown Oakland. It felt kind of racist to call cops. Like,
and they wouldn't come anyways, right? Oh, well, I mean, your car's stolen.
Well, so two things. It's Oakland, and Oakland cops have a bad reputation. Yeah. On top of that, the cops...
Call the insurance company. That's who you really need to call.
Right. And the cops are probably busy with everything else.
Like real shit?
Like I have no...
Like people getting shot?
Like I have no information on suspects at all. Like what can I provide besides my
I don't think you know any...
I
don't think...
plate,
Yeah, no.
Right? But still, I think it was good to... But I was like, I need to call them because, they keep a lookout, hopefully. Because my sister's car got stolen like a long time ago. And they found her car like 2 weeks later parked like in a parking lot at a random place in East Side.
Still together in one piece.
Still together, but like hella clothes in the back. That's usually what happens when someone steals your car and then find it. It's like, they find a lot of clothes or meth pipes and shit.
What the clothes? What's the clothes for?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's like a thing to find hella clothes in a stolen car.
I don't know. I guess they're,
That's interesting. Meth pipes would make sense because obviously tweakers would be stealing the cars.
Right. So I call them. I call the cops.
You call the cops?
Yeah, I call the cops. And they're like, hey, we're very busy. We cannot send a police officer over there. I'm like, that makes sense. But here's my license plate. They're like, all right, let's keep a lookout. They're like, you know what? A police officer can maybe meet you in an hour if you want.
Yeah, right. So we don't have a choice.
So they're like, you can either wait an hour there at the location, or you can walk
to the police department.
You can walk 5 blocks to a police substation in downtown Oakland.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? Like, I think I'm gonna wait around here for the cop.
In the rain.
And in the rain. And I got an umbrella by this time. I remember I had
Where'd you get
an
the umbrella from?
My friend let me borrow it. She's like, you came here without an umbrella? What the fuck, bro? And she gave it to me. That was very nice. No. So I'm there. I'm like, now I'm really like, now it's time as I'm processing this more. Like, my shock is coming. Like, I'm like freaking out a little bit more about it. I'm like,
you've already got to talk to the cops.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn, it just sucks. I mean, like to have your car stolen, it's like a weird feeling,
Feel violated.
Yeah,
but there was nothing in there. But it's your car. It's like a form of transportation. You pay for that shit
because you feel like unsafe no matter where you park it now.
Did they find the car?
So I'm like, okay, so I'll wait for the cop, and I'm just there, and like when I get stressed, I eat a lot, right?
Okay, stress eater.
It's stress eater. So I'm like, oh, let me just go to another, let me go find some food. And surprisingly, it was just on a Sunday. Not many places were open, so I'm like, fuck. So I walked down the street to a Mexican restaurant, and guess what I see?
Your car.
I see my car parked another block over.
I knew it. Fucking knew it.
I just called the cops on myself.
That was a human hate crime. It's a Latino hate crime.
No, but here's the thing. So I see my car. I'm like, I'm such a fucking idiot.
I've done it.
What the fuck?
I've done it.
I felt even more racist to call the cops. Like, did I just assume it got stolen in Oakland?
That's not bad luck.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a fucking idiot.
Did you call them back?
So I'm like, I need to call them back to let them know. Like,
did you call 911 or 311?
So the thing is like, since they have my license plate, the last thing I wanted was to drive my car and get pulled over and get fucking shot or beaten. By the way, if I took my car and they pulled me over and I get beaten by the cops, I would have deserved it because I'm being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you called the cops yourself.
Yeah,
but why would you?
I'm both the criminal and the victim.
I know, but why would they hit you or shoot you unless you're not cooperating?
I have no idea. I don't know. You never know these days.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to make, when I'm like, I need to call the cops back, let them know I found my car, and I call the number, and they're not answering. So I'm like, fuck. Okay, so then I call them.
Wait, did you call 911?
Yeah, I called 911. They're not answering.
Oh my God, what is it saying?
Right? It's just saying, like, stay on the line. I'm on hold forever on 911. Forever. So I'm like, okay, let me call the non-emergency line.
Still waiting for the bad luck.
So I call the non-emergency line, and they're not answering at all. I'm assuming they're busy with another call, right?
Yeah, probably a murder or something more serious.
Right. So I'm like, well, I can no longer get a hold of the cops to let them know I found my car. So I'm like, oh, then I remembered, like, there's a substation, 5 blocks, right?
5 blocks.
Now, do I like,
Is it still raining this whole time?
It's still raining.
Oh my gosh. How much time has passed since you've been looking for your car now that you found it?
This is probably like a good 20 minutes.
Okay, so not even a full hour yet.
Not a full hour.
Okay.
So, but now I'm like, do I risk driving my car to the substation?
No, you walk.
Or do I walk it?
Yes, you walk the 5 blocks.
Guess what I did?
You drove.
I drove.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, that's still not bad luck, Jorge. That sounds
drove,
like stupidity.
I drove because it was raining. I'm like, I didn't walk in the rain.
I'll give that to you.
And I figured it's 5 blocks,
It's a lot of walking. Yeah, and then you have to walk back.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. That's another thing. Walk there and then walk back.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck it. Let me just risk driving 5 blocks and hopefully I don't get put over. So,
I like he was like, I might get shot or beat up. He's like, but I'm going to drive anyways. Take the chance.
So then I go there and I drive like scared shitless. I'm like, hopefully a cop does not like pull behind me and input the license plate. And luckily it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I park.
It's 5 blocks.
Right. So I park and I go to the substation and guess what? It's closed.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's
okay,
fucking,
that's bad luck right there. And they told you to go there.
Yeah, I was so confused. They're like, wait, they told me to come here.
It's been closed for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's all haunted.
And there's
she fucking scared me.
Yeah. So I guess the security camera saw me trying to like knock on the door and look around.
Someone talked to you,
right? So then I heard a voice from the intercom, like, "Hey, can I? What's happening?" I'm like, "Oh, I just reported that my car's stolen. I found it. Can you cancel it?" Yeah. And they're like, "I cannot do that. You should, because I think it's just a security."
Yeah.
So, but contact via phone. I'm like, "Fuck." And again,
did you tell them you tried that?
I did. And they're like, I just keep trying. So, yeah. So then I'm like,
keep trying.
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. So then I was like, you know what? Like, and then I had a choice because they're still not answering. I'm on hold like forever. So I'm like, you know what? Should I just drive this back to San Jose?
Yeah. At this point,
yeah.
Because if YOLO.
But I felt like that was more of a risk. So I was just, you know what? Let me just fucking wait out the
call.
The call.
You're like, oh.
And I swear to God, PX, it felt like fucking 20 minutes of waiting until finally someone got to me on the phone.
And how long was it? 5 minutes.
No, 20 minutes of waiting.
It was really 20 minutes of waiting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because you said it felt like, so I was like, really? Was it 5 minutes of waiting?
Yeah. And then no, because it took a while because I literally went to a restaurant to go eat because I was stress eating like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I was still on hold while I was ordering food and I got my food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and
did you finish your food by the time they talked to you?
No, because I did actually. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Now I'm hungry.
It was expensive.
Yeah. You deserved it.
So I finally got a hold of me. I'm like, hey, I called this my car's stolen. I found it. I'm an idiot. I'm totally sorry.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, okay.
He's like, who is this?
Yeah.
He's like, we didn't even document it.
And he's like,
wrote it on a post-it.
Well, here's what made me nervous. He's like, okay, don't worry about it. I was like, okay. But I was like, wait a minute. What if this guy's bad at his job and does not clear my license plate from the stolen car?
You have a problem.
Fucking, So to this day, I don't know if they really, removed
I don't think
my
they did
license
anything.
plate.
No, they didn't. I don't think they did anything. I think you would have got a call. Like the only reason why they would
a follow-up call?
Yeah, I think the only reason why they would ever reach out to you because they have that license plate now documented on a post-it somewhere in their office.
Yeah.
I feel like the only time they would reach out to you is if it was like involved in a crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it'd be
Right.
like, this was the license plate number, and then they would track it to you. But obviously,
Yeah. Well, I won't know until I get pulled over.
Again,
So
in Oakland though.
Well, anywhere really. So.
No, because I want to say every city is different.
No, if a car gets stolen in one city, they're not just going to keep the information in that city.
The county.
They put it in APB, which is to all the counties.
APB, all public broadcast.
Yeah, or something like that.
Right?
I'm sure. Yeah, I forgot what it stands for. But what I'm trying to make is put a bulletin, be like, keep a lookout for this.
License plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can.
So you know what? So maybe my bad luck's not over. Maybe I'll get put over.
I don't even think it's that bad. I think it was pretty lucky.
You don't think it's that bad?
I don't think that's. I don't know because that same exact thing happened to me. That's why I was like.
But your car actually got stolen.
No.
Oh, what happened?
I found my fucking car.
Where was this?
So this is in Santa Cruz. It was so traumatizing because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm walking with this stranger. I don't even know who this guy. Person. No, a stranger. So I did 2 shows that night, and I don't know.
Was this in downtown?
The Red Room? Was there a Red Room back then?
This was a while ago then.
Yeah, so there was the Red Room, and then there was Rosie's. I remember doing Rosie's. And then I remember doing one more mic. I want to say there was 2 or 3 that I hit up that night. And then where I started is not where I ended. So when I ended, I was like, oh, my car's right here. But really, it was the first place I went to. And I didn't know where. I was like, fuck. So I'm walking from the first mic to the second mic, not thinking. And it's like, a couple of blocks, right? So,
yeah.
But it took me forever because I'm walking with this stranger who was like,
Why were you walking with a stranger?
He was my hype man at one of the shows, and he was just like...
He's your hype man, but you call him a stranger?
I call him a stranger because I don't know. I met him that night.
Oh.
I met him that night, and he was like, yeah, just like totally giving me props while I was on stage. And then when I was leaving, I was like, fuck, I think I lost my car.
Hold on. You mean this is a guy that was hitting on you?
Yeah.
So why you?
I guess he was. Yeah, he was hitting on me, obviously.
Yeah. Well, why call him the stranger and the hype man? Just say, this dude that's trying to get at me was fucking helping me out.
He was a hype man because he was hyping me up on stage. He's just like, cheering me on or whatever, like a ding dong, right? And then he was trying to be like a hero, Captain Save-A-Ho, by like, oh yeah, let me help you find your car.
Yeah. Which is totally me in my 20s. I would have been that simp. Now I'm like, fuck that lady. You do fun it yourself.
I even remember like going somewhere with them even after. I think once I found my car, I was like, let me drop you off. Because they were like, they're not even from there. They were doing work out there, like they're in construction or whatever. And I was like thinking in my head, I probably shouldn't be doing stuff like this. But hey, YOLO, like if I'm going to die, someone's going to like remember me and go looking for me. But that's never what happens. I end up. Like, I've done some really crazy shit, which that's why I say I'm lucky. Because, like, I helped this guy. So, you know where Kurtner is over there? Near that Ford Cineplex there off of Almaden. There's, like, a 7-Eleven on Almaden off of 87. Anyways, sort of off of 87.
Yeah. I went to where you used to work, right? I mean, you used to live.
Where I used to live.
Yeah.
The old
I know exactly
place.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was there at late at night. I think it was like 2:00 in the morning or something like that. And I was at 7-Eleven. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, I need to go to work. Can you help me jump my car? And I'm like, it's hella late right now. And I was like
what time, give or take?
I want to say it was like 2:00 in the morning or something crazy like that.
Wow.
And I think I just came
line of work
home
is
from
he
somewhere.
in?
I don't even know. I didn't even ask. And I was like, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'll follow you. You walk. I'll follow you. And then I'm not going to open my window. I'm just going to pop my hood. And then you can freaking... And like, I didn't even think he could fucking unplug my battery and shit like that. But he did it.
He actually cut your brakes.
Can he do that from the top? I thought they did that from the bottom.
Well, he could have fucked around with your engine for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And he could have killed me. But he didn't. He didn't. He actually jumped. He actually had to get his car jumped. And then I went on my merry way. And I was like, bye.
Like, I mean, all guys, I'm sure, are a threat to you. But like, was this like a big husky guy? Was it
it was just like a medium size, like not too tall, not too short.
He's medium sized. Did he come with a side of fries?
Well, I mean, I don't know. He just didn't seem like a big guy. He was just medium size, bigger than me, but not like super big or super small.
Bigger than me?
Maybe about your size.
Okay.
Maybe taller. Maybe a little bit taller.
That's still threatening, actually.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't feel threatened by him. I didn't get any of that vibe. But that's the luck, right? And then, so what I really wanted to tell you why I was lucky was last week. So I've been doing this thing where I buy scratchers and whatever I like win, I buy whatever that I win, right? So like, let's say I won $100, then I'll buy $100 worth of scratchers, and then I'll just like keep playing that. So I went to this gasoline station on First Street, and I went to exchange my tickets at this gasoline station, and the guy was like, "Oh, here, it's this one and this one." And then when he rings me up, he's like, "Okay, it's $10." And I was like, "What? You didn't do the math right." And I was like, "I think you grabbed the wrong one." And then he looks and he's like, "Oh, it's this $30 ticket." And I was like, "Wait, I don't want the $30 one. I wanted the 10, right?" And he was like, "Well," I was like, "You know what? It's cool. I'll just take it." So I take it, and my friend's with me, and then I tell him, I was like, yeah, he gave me the wrong fucking scratcher. He's like, no, dude, he gave you the right scratcher. And I was like, why did he say it? It's like, because the last time that happened to me, I won $500. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what? So then I get home, I'm like scratching it. And then he's scratching the prize, right? And we're scratching the numbers. And then he scratches the prize. And I look at it and I was like, holy shit, is that $250? Shut the fuck up. And he was like, yep. And there's still one more winning number on there. Wow. And he scratches that. And I was like, shut the fuck up. It's $500 on a $30 scratcher that I was accidentally given. So if anyone ever plays scratchers and they pick the wrong one, that was meant for you. Like, that's going to be a winner.
I guess we know who's buying dinner tonight.
Yeah, that was 500. And we split it because me and my friend, we split it.
Why you guys split it?
We split the tickets. We buy the tickets.
Oh, you guys buy tickets together?
Yeah, we buy the tickets together and then we scratch them together. Yeah, it's kind of cute.
That's cute. It's a good like date night.
I mean, it's a terrible habit to pick up because then you're just like, oh, let's do scratchers.
Is it an addiction a little bit?
No, not too much. I mean, I think for me, yeah. I think for me, I love scratchers. I'm like itchy. Sorry.
She's like, scratching on herself right now.
I'm scratching my side, and Jorge's just like staring, like he's like, "What the fuck is this bitch doing?" Okay, sorry. But yeah, no.
I have a couple funny stories because when you said when we randomly help out people like at late at night, that happened to me twice.
Like you helped somebody, or somebody helped you?
So, I helped two people. This happens to me all the time. Which
wait, two people all the time?
No, I have people. For some reason, I guess I look like a helpful person.
Yeah, you do. So you look like a kind person.
Okay, I don't know about kind, but if you look like, oh, this guy's a fucking schmuck. You don't look like a dick. So people always ask me for favors and help, but there's two that pop into my mind that are pretty interesting. But there's a third one that I think it's funny because I used to volunteer when I was transitioning from De Anza to San Jose State. I volunteered as a receptionist because I had a hard time finding for a job. So just to stay busy while I was looking for jobs, I volunteered to be a receptionist for a film festival organization. I won't say who. I won't say.
Wait, but this is at San Jose State.
This is in San Jose, downtown.
Oh, downtown San Jose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then the founder and CEO walks in one time, and then as soon as he walks in, like a Mexican guy walks in behind him, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm running late for school. Can you give me a ride?" Like just randomly
asking you.
No, ask the CEO of this film festival, and the CEO was like, "What?" He didn't know him.
Oh, he doesn't know him either.
No.
That's so weird. It's a kid.
No, this is a grown ass Mexican man.
Oh,
he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm running late. Can you help me? Can you drop me off to the school?"
Oh, and then you drove him home.
No. And then the CEO looks at him. He's like, "No, I don't know you." And the guy's like, "Fuck!" And then he walks away. Oh. and then the CEO looks at me because I was there at the reception, and we were like, "What was that?" I was like, "I have no idea."
But I thought you said you did something nice.
No, hold on. This is like an appetizer. This is me trying to get to let the listeners know that this shit happens. And so the guy asked for a favor and the guy didn't help him. But
okay.
But I was just laughing.
But you witnessed it.
I witnessed it. And I was just laughing the randomness of it and how like. It was like a straight up no. I think I was like, fuck.
I'm on maybe. I've given strangers rides home.
So there's a recent one and there was one. Okay, let me start from when I was younger. When I was going to De Anza.
Oh, okay. I was like, how old were you younger? Anything? You're driving, obviously.
This is like I was hanging out with my friend's apartment in Sunnyvale, the border of Sunnyvale and Cupertino.
Coop Town.
And it was late at night, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm going home." And I'm walking in the parking lot of the apartment complex, and like this not girl, like she was my age, college. Felt like she was a college girl.
Because De Anza is based out of Cupertino.
I don't know if she was a college student, but she was definitely not like girl. She was like in her 20s, early 20s. But she comes out of nowhere and like she was like, "Hey, like, can you give me a ride home?" Like total stranger. And
she looked like a student.
No, but the way she walked like this, like with her hands like covering herself, like maybe she was cold.
Okay.
And me, like a little bitch.
Sounds like a ghost.
I mean, like a little bitch. I was like, oh, like, did you get assaulted? Like, abused? Like, what happened? She's like, no, I just, I'm just trying to get home. And, like, I was thinking about it because this is
a story.
This sounds like, no, this is a true story. So, like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to do because, like.
Did you give her a ride home?
Well, hold on. Let me. So, in my head, I'm like.
Fucking appetizer's taking forever. Just kidding.
See, this is storytelling.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time.
This is foreplay. You can't just go straight to the, you go to foreplay.
Okay.
All right. So this chick, I'm like, in my head, like, I don't know who she is. And I don't know what this is about. But at the same time, if she really does need help, I don't want to be an asshole and say no.
Is there any people around?
No, nobody was around. It was late at night.
Oh, what time?
Just like midnight. So
sounds like a ghost.
So I had two choices, like be a dick or not be a dick, and like risk not being a dick, because people like the perfect victim is people thinking they're helping out.
They're the vulnerable people.
Vulnerable people. Like
just like how serial killers fucking help me the fucking carpet in the bed.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Pushes the bitch in the
bed.
No,
it was not Dahmer. That was the other guy.
It was some fucking Silence of the Lambs shit.
But the point is, like he would target women, and they'd be like, "Hey, help me out here." And then
but you're a man, right?
Yeah, but still, like this is like the modern age.
I mean, but you know what? I think women are better at it because they're probably not getting caught.
Here's what but it's not just about that. Usually, sometimes they send women out as bait. Like if a guy's gonna assault somebody, it's like, oh, hey, like bring him here, distract them. That's very common in Vegas, by the way. In Vegas, women will be like, hey,
that's something that happened in Berkeley. I want to say, but they went on a Tinder date. And after the date, the girl left the door unlocked. Yeah. And then people robbed the kid.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is these things are a possibility.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So finally I was like, all right, let me give her a ride. Because, I don't know what the situation is. She does not.
You gave her the ride midnight, late at night.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, let's go. And like the balls on her to like ask me, a dude, for a ride. Like she must have been in a very desperate situation, I feel. So I'm driving her, and like this is like before, I didn't really have a GPS, so I was going by what she was telling me.
Okay. Did you have to get on the freeway or anything?
No, I just no, not really. But I was just driving, and like I'm already on edge, So
she's a stranger in your car.
Yeah, and it's not like
Did she seem creepy?
Not creepy, but she was definitely. Just was an awkwardness about it. It wasn't like this cute girl who was.
It sounds creepy.
She was cute, by the way, but the point I'm trying to make, it wasn't like,
it's not so creepy.
It was not like we were having conversations. It was more like she was quiet and like.
Going through some shit, maybe?
I think so. Like, to this day, I'm theorizing that I think she had something about her boyfriend. I feel something relationship-wise. And it got a little awkward because, like, she was telling me directions and, it's like, the directions got a little weird. So I'm like, but eventually I found where she needed to go and I dropped her off.
Okay.
And that's that.
And you never saw her again?
Never saw her again.
Where did you drop her off? At a house? Like at a plaza? Like
there was an apartment complex.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then I have another case where I gave somebody a ride. This was kind of funny. I find it funny.
Okay, I hope it's funny because the last one was scary.
And this one was actually in this area where we live.
Oh, you dropped them off at their house here?
No, so I used to go jogging a lot at night.
Okay.
And I jogged to the intersection of Tasman.
Okay.
And there was a big husky black guy. Like he looks like Cedric. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah.
Big Ced. He's a comedian. He looked like him, kind of. So like a big guy. And then he asked me for directions for the light rail or a bus
while you're jogging.
I was like on the intersection.
Oh, okay, the crosswalk part.
Yeah, crosswalk. And I was like, bro, this is like midnight. Like all the bus lines around here are not happening.
Oh no.
And then he's like, oh, and I was like, and he's like, oh, he has no money for the taxi. He has no money for Uber. And he's like, I guess. Oh, and the thing is that he was a little bit, I felt, maybe a little autistic. I feel like I could tell if he was a little
It's like that
mentally
movie.
ill. Huh?
It's like that movie with Sandra Bullock.
The Blind Side?
Blindside? You said Blindside?
Possibly. I don't know. I haven't even seen that movie.
He's like a big guy. You've never
yeah.
seen that movie?
No.
It's a pretty
was
good
he
movie.
mentally ill? I don't think he was mentally ill in that movie.
No, but he was just a little bit slower. That's all.
Yeah.
He was just a little bit slower.
Yeah.
But it's such a good movie.
Yeah.
But I just think of this big guy because he didn't even know how to read.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, this guy was telling me, because I was getting to know him. I was like, all right, like, what's his...
While you're at the crosswalk?
Yeah, because, I was trying to be helpful.
Yeah,
and like,
you're so nice.
So I'm like,
You're
all right,
nice.
like, what's your situation? And he's like, he was going through some shit and like, medications for something he had. And he came to San Jose for like a convention, like one of those anime conventions and stuff.
Oh, shit.
Right. So he was like, a big, nerdy guy.
Yeah.
And I guess he missed the fucking bus to get back to
So you
Oakland.
gave
He
him-
needed to go back to Oakland. That's where
What?
he lived. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, oh man, like poor guy. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess you should maybe call the cops. I don't know.
That's the last thing you would want him to do.
Right. And he's like, yeah, I guess I'll call the cops. I don't know. We'll see. But then I thought exactly what you thought was like, here is a black man who's mentally ill, which is a very common thing about, police and
brutality.
mentally,
Yes.
yeah, police brutality. And so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me give this guy a ride home to Oakland. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I was jogging. I didn't have my car.
So he followed you home.
So I'm like, hey, walk me here. No, to the intersection here before he reaches the community. Wait for me there. I go home. I change for a bit, and I get my car. And then I took a picture of him without him knowing, and I sent it to a group chat to my friends.
Yeah,
like,
just in
hey,
case.
this total stranger, I'm giving him a ride to Oakland. If anything happens,
That's good. Good practice.
I felt like such a girl.
Now you know how women feel.
Yeah, well, he was a big guy. And
you took him home?
And I took him home all the way to Oakland
bless your heart.
at 1 a.m. Yeah, and you
Bless
know
your
what?
heart.
I still have bad karma. What the fuck? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
But the point I'm trying to make is like helping people. It's a bit of a risk sometimes.
Well, I updated my Instagram. You know how they have statuses now?
Yeah.
And I saw...
Oh, will you mark yourself safe from like disasters or from
No,
events?
not when you mark yourself safe. It's when you can do like a status in your messages for some reason. I guess if you've messaged people, like you can update your status. And so I saw this during a mortgage presentation that I was watching, because that's what I do right during the day. I'm watching this mortgage presentation. This thing that stuck out to me, and he says it in his quote. He says, make people your purpose. And it's like in big bold letters, like make people your purpose. Like, because the goal is, and my job is to like help people buy homes, right?
Yeah.
And let them know that, they're going to be working with the best person, which is like me. So make myself, people your purpose. And then this is what I put on my status. I put, make people your purpose, even though people suck sometimes. And I feel like there's a lot of people that suck out there, but I feel like there's even more people, or at least I hope there is more people like you and me.
Like us. Look at us. Narcissistic.
Oh my God, are we narcissists? No, we're not. I said us. I didn't say
comics.
me.
We have to be able to be narcissist a bit.
I guess. I mean, my mom's 100% narcissist.
Yeah, my dad.
Yeah, and I feel like I got some of that too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to catch myself because I notice I'm doing it. Like, someone will be talking about their shit, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I start talking about the same similar shit that happened to me, and I'm like, fuck, I need to stop doing that. I just need to be in the moment and listen.
So, I think you're correct and incorrect. I think you're correct. It's always good to be in the moment and listen. You're incorrect. I think about you feeling narcissistic. You shouldn't, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to relate to them.
Yeah. I'm being like empathetic or sympathetic.
Exactly. So it's not bad.
I feel like it is.
It's really good.
I feel like it's narcissistic. I'm like, well, fuck your story. Listen to mine. That's what I feel like.
Are you interrupting them and telling them your story?
No, they're done with their story, and then I'm telling my story.
That's not bad.
Okay, I don't know. I feel bad when I do it, but yeah,
But I have that feeling too, where I feel like I'm oversharing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like recently, what happened?
Yeah.
I've overshared.
Yeah. No, I never overshare. I share exactly what I want people to know and hear about me. Like how I am with you is how I am with other people. I mean, there's certain things I give 100% I don't share, but I don't share what I don't want to share. Like, here on stage, maybe actually I take that back. There's stuff that I share on a personal, like on one-on-one that I probably wouldn't be able to share with the audience.
Hold up. We're comics, so we overshare by nature, right?
Yeah, that's true. We do overshare. Yeah. Can't help ourselves. I think it's like that's the chemical imbalance. We're just like, blah! Like we blurt it out, like, and we're like, fuck, we should have said that. We already said it. It's too late.
or sometimes you have this trouble where you're like, oh, that shit's hella funny, but it's like a little too personal.
Like it's dark.
It's dark, and you don't know if you're gonna look like the good guy in the story, but it's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that. I have to. Sometimes I just have to tell somebody, like, and there's things though that I've like thought in my head, and I'm like, no, that's probably something I should never say out loud. It's like super like dark.
The intrusive thoughts won.
Yeah, they did. They're like, yes.
Oh my god!
I mean, you don't think that? You don't?
No, yeah, I agree. Okay. I'm like that too.
I'm like, I really want to say this, but yeah, that's probably not things. I probably shouldn't say that.
Oh my god, dude! Let's talk about comedy. I had a show recently. I had a nightmare situation. What would you do
in a nightmare situation?
So I did a comedy show in Pleasanton.
Okay,
it was Eric's summer show.
Oh,
at the neighborhood.
Was it?
It was really good. It was a good show.
I was supposed to do that show last month, but it got canceled because of.
He told me it was a blackout.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that so I went up to perform.
I hope so.
And there's two women in the front, and I catch one of them talking during my set. And I'm like 5 minutes into my set.
How much time do you have?
15.
Okay.
So 5 minutes to a set, I noticed them talking like so I'm like, oh, like what's happening? Like I addressed it. I was like, oh, what's happening here? What are we talking about?
Good.
Right?
Good.
And they're like, we think we've seen you before. I'm like, what?
Okay. That gets cool.
So like, I'm like, where? And they're like, Copper Spoon in Oakland.
Oh shit!
This is a very Oakland themed podcast episode.
Yeah, Oakland.
So I'm like, oh, that's dope. But then I realized, like, oh wait,
which set did you see? Copper Spoon.
Did they recognize me because I'm doing the same material?
Did you immediately get insecure about it, or no?
Yes.
So what was it? What did they say?
No, like, and I made a joke about it. I was like, "Oh my god, you heard all this before!" Like,
and everyone laughed.
Yeah, everyone's laughing because I'm like, dude, like I'm trying to be a professional. Yeah. I'm doing stuff that works. It's a showcase, and now these two chicks are gonna force me to do new crappy material.
That's good though.
And because don't get me wrong, if they were comedy fans, it's a different story. But like
they're like trying to avoid going to Oakland to do Copper Spoon because they want to see different people and they see you.
Because in my head, I was like, wait, is it a possibility that they came to the show to see me? Like, but I was like, no, they're too attractive. Like, my fan base are not attractive women. My fan base is autistic Mexican incels. You know, so like, I'm like, these women came to the show, saw me perform, like, hey, I heard that joke before. Is this the guy we saw?
Is that what they did though? Is that what they said that they?
Oh
my gosh, you keep doing this to me.
So I continue the set, you know, and
you kill.
I did all right, but I did try new material. I tried set, you know, because I was so insecure about them.
Yeah.
So I did try new material.
And did you bomb on the new shit or what?
I wouldn't say bomb, but
okay.
I don't feel I close as strong as I usually do.
Okay. So you ended with new stuff.
Kinda, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because these two girls fucking saw my shit.
So I would still end with two girls out of how many people in the audience?
There was like 20 people.
Oh my god, yeah. Jorge, get your fucking balls out of your pocket. The fuck?
So
make this a learning experience.
So after the show, I talked to them a little bit.
Okay, let's hear the truth.
And I'm like, oh, like Copper Spoon, that's dope, like this and that. And they're like, she's like, oh yeah, I recognize you because I recognize the shirt. I was like, what?
So you could have fucking went with your jokes and they wouldn't even fucking know. You could have killed it.
So what's sadder here? The fact that they recognize me with my shirt?
Because you're wearing the same thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. What did the shirt say? What was it?
It was just like a skull of like a lucha libre. with like
Did they take a
decorated.
picture of you or something? Is
No.
that how they know. That's hella funny, dude.
And I was like, oh, that's such a nightmare. Here I thought they recognized my jokes. They just recognized my shirt.
How terrible is that? Maybe you should have been like, this is a uniform.
My comedy uniform. Oh my God.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
You never had a situation where you see like repeat people and you're like a little nervous about doing
No, I don't
really?
get nervous. I fucking call, and if I do that, I call them out straight up right there. Then I was like, "Hey, you were here before,"
Yeah.
and I just play with them, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because I feel like as comedians, once you're able to just play with someone, play with the audience, and it's a friendly banter, like you're doing your job. But it's like extra, you know what I mean? It's just, that's not even your jokes, you know? And I feel like it's such a good treat to be able to improv like that and then just joke around with like audience members, especially like, so there's this guy. So like, have you been to Comedy in Empanadas, right? It's Fridays.
You booked
been
me.
there?
You booked me on a show. No, you did not book me. No, but
No, I did book you.
I've yet to go there, but I should.
Okay,
stop
no, that's
by.
okay. I was just wondering because there's, if you've been there, it's definitely a room in progress. I mean, Foxtail, you've seen how rooms get built. Like they're like sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it's a small crowd. Sometimes there's no crowd. Sometimes there's a big ass crowd.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt it's been with Foxtail, and now it's like consistent, right? There's just always people there to see comedy. Now with Comedy in Empanadas, it's like just trying to get comics out there. It's kind of tough. And so,
well, keep in mind that on Sundays,
Foxtail is from 6 to 8.
there's no really other mics on Sunday.
Not out this South Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, like in San Jose area. No.
Which is surprising to hear that not comics are not coming out.
Well, a lot of people go to SF. That's why.
Oh,
a lot
to
of people go to
Punchline?
Punchline. Yeah, a lot of people
Interesting.
go to Punchline. So a lot of them have been hitting up Foxtail and then going to Punchline, or they're going to hitting up Foxtail and then heading to Brown and Lounge. So that's kind of cool.
I don't know about that because
A lot of comics tell me they're going to Brown and Lounge.
me and Falco go to Punchline quite a bit, and I hardly ever see San Jose comics over there.
You don't see Albert or
Maybe it's a recent thing, but
I'm all calling out the comics. I'm all because they
Yeah.
said they're going there.
I mean, if it's recent, most like I've not gone recently, but
Okay.
for a while, me and Falco go there pretty often as we can, and I hardly ever saw South Bay comics.
Okay.
But this could be a recent thing because you just started this mic recently.
Yeah, because Foxtail just started over the past
or
2
they go to
months.
Brandon. They say,
Yeah, or most comics hit up Foxtail and they're like, oh, I'm going to Branham next.
yeah.
So I mean, I think it's a good mic to hit up, and then hit up a showcase, or if you happen to be in the area, like it's cool to chill. There's an audience, but then Comedy in Empanadas, it's from 6 to 7:30, and it's odd times. But and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't give a fuck if it's odd times.
For
Let's just work with
Sunday,
it.
it's not really odd.
No, this is for Fridays, because that's Comedy in Empanadas on Fridays. So the reason why I was bringing up Comedy in
Today is
Empanadas,
Friday. Mm-hmm. I thought
Today's
today
Friday.
was Sunday for some reason.
what the fuck?
I don't know. My brain just checked
Because we usually
out.
record on Sunday mornings,
Yeah,
but
we were-
it's Friday night.
Right. I'm such an idiot.
It's nighttime too, Jorge.
You're right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so yes,
So Fridays, Comedy and Empanadas.
Awkward hours. Yes.
Yeah, it's 6 to 7:30. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There's no one else doing anything in that time. So who cares? It's a good slot. If it gets busy, they're more than always welcome.
Most comics are unemployed anyway. Like they can make it.
Yeah, but so the setup is like me, another comic usually, and then maybe one or two audience members that can kind of trickle in and out. And so we just banter with them and just joke around with them. But there was this one guy who kept coming in, and his name is Luis. I'd seen him like twice, and I remember
He's
his
a
name.
comic?
No, he's not even a comic. He's just a person that happened to be passing by, grab some food before he goes to work. And so it's like getting that, that building that room I don't even know why am I saying it, but I think it was just talking about how it's building room and then connecting with the audience type of thing, and then like even getting to know them by name.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was bringing it up, but I like it, even though there's no audience.
No, I think as a comic, it's actually very freeing that you can mess around with low stakes.
Yeah,
Like
I don't mess with anybody. Yeah,
Well-
they're standing in line.
if it's like a packed out show, I'll be less inclined to do crowd work.
Right, because you're gonna do your material.
But
and
if,
shit.
there's not that many people, and I could like talk with people like there in the moment,
Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
I remember everyone's name.
And you know what? Maybe that mic should be a crowd work mic.
Yeah, I think so, because it's people who are walking in and they love it because they just happen to be So I got everyone's name. First, this couple walked in. It was Jacqueline and I guess his name is Matthias because I think he follows me on Instagram now. And then I'm like, so you guys getting the empanadas? They're like, yeah. And I was like, what are you guys doing tonight? They're like, nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then you guys can stick around for comedy night. And they're like, and then all of a sudden, here comes Celia, brings their food bag with them. And I was like, oh, so you guys gonna leave? And they kind of like look like they feel bad. They're like, well, I mean, we were gonna eat these at my place. And I was like, oh, that's right, because you guys are on a date, right? Because they were denying they were on a date earlier. They were just kind of looking at each other. I was like, it's cool. It doesn't have to be awkward, but they were laughing, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, they slowly start getting up. I'm like, it's good. You guys can leave. It's okay. Now I'm friends with Tiani over here, and Tiani was a front desk at the Westin. She's cute. She's a really pretty black girl. And I was like, okay, Tiani. So yeah, she was cute, and then it was like. It was like kind of like a game. Like the moment I was able to draw my attention onto another victim, like the other people were ready to leave because they're just sitting there ordering their fucking empanadas, and I feel bad. Like she's on break on 15 minutes and she's just laughing too. And I was like, perfect, come back. I'm here every Fridays. You guys all have to come back. So, and then I also make the opposite joke where I'm like, okay, in case you do want to come back on a Friday, guess what time we're doing this? Like 6 to 7:30.
Yeah. Well, that's a good skill to work on as a comic. Is to crowd work.
Yeah, especially when people don't want to talk to you.
That could be tough. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with people like if it's like a reluctant crowd work member?
Oh, like so I try to go in for it, and if I can't, like if I'm hitting 5 minutes with these people and they're just not, I draw my attention to the people who actually want to listen and pay attention. But what's a good example was I think it was a couple weeks ago. There was a Friday. Who was it that went up? Someone went up, and I think it was Faco. Faco went up, and there was people inside. They were ordering food, and it was like two families, I think, or a family. And then like one of them was, I think one of the kids were sitting inside, and then Faco was obviously telling jokes while all this is happening, and then the family started just sitting outside. Like started putting tables together outside, and I was like, wow, this is the first time you'll see people walk a crowd to the other side of the window. Or was it Albert? I forget who it was, but it was funny. I want to say it was Faco.
Yeah. Would not be surprised if it's Faco.
I love Faco. Faco's the man, dude. I love Faco. But
He's aight.
Yeah, I love Faco. I love Mel Michelle. Shout out to Faco and Mel Michelle.
Oh, Mel Michelle has a new room now, by the way. We should shout it out.
I saw that.
Gypsy Soul.
Yeah, Gypsy Soul.
At the Black Cat Theater.
When is that? What day is it?
I went yesterday. I was on Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night? Was it popping?
Yeah. I went to the tail end of it.
The what?
I went to the tail end of the mic.
Oh, okay.
So I got there pretty late, but from what I saw, it was pretty cool. It was a good spot. It's where the old improv theater used to be.
Wait, you said my Gypsy Soul, right?
Yeah.
Like right there on San Felipe. I mean, not San Felipe, on San Carlos?
I want to say, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the corner right there, right? They have like the little shop they have next to Black and Brown.
Well, who's Black and Brown? What?
There's another vintage store right across, like another...
Yeah.
It's like there's like a little atrium, right? Like it's in the back, and there's like sofa and a bed and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I've been there. It's a really beautiful spot. Yeah.
Thursday nights, and I had the bakery there because I have a bakery and pastries, and it was really good.
Ooh, yeah, I've seen that.
And I think it's like vegan stuff too. It's like vegan pastries.
Really? What time is that? What time is that?
From what I think, it's like from 8 to 10.
Yeah. See, those are good times.
8
to run mics.
I think we should probably check in with Melanie about that. You know what's so cool about this is there's a way we could call somebody and patch them in directly.
What?
Yeah, so that's a possibility with this new board.
Oh, we have to have an aux cord for your phone.
Well, after research what kind of wiring it's required, but that'd be pretty cool if you call, Melanie on the spot. Be like, Melanie, give a shout out to your mic and shit, right?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
The possibility with this board is endless, PX.
I think I'd be ghetto. I think I would just use my speakerphone and then hold the phone up to the microphone and be like, Melanie.
Well, we could try that. You want to try that?
Yeah. Do you have Melanie?
You want to call her or should I call her?
Yeah, you call her.
Let's see. I don't think I have her number.
I think I have her number. What time is it right now? It's not late.
Nah, she's probably with Falco right now.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get to her first.
Let's see.
Let's see. You can do
I don't have her number.
Oh, let's see.
Can you?
I got it.
If you give me her number, I'll give her a call if you want.
But then
It's
it's
up to
going to
you.
be a random number calling. Let me call her.
No, that'd be. Should we do a phone prank on her? That'd be kind of funny. Oh, there we go. I can hear it. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, but she can't hear me though.
She can hear you.
Yes.
Hi. Good evening. What are you doing?
Good evening.
Hey, Melanie,
I'm
can you
just
hear
sitting
me?
here, Paco.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Melanie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jorge.
So Melanie, you are on
You're our first guest on your Worst Neighbors podcast.
Yeah.
We had to call you.
Yeah. So you're on the air.
You're on the air, but not really
Yeah.
on there. It's being recorded.
I'm on the air.
Yeah.
So I could talk about how Paco just made me an old fashioned.
Ooh. Is that a drink? Or is that a sex move?
I think that's a sex position. I think they're having sex the old-fashioned way.
Oh, it's a well, because I've heard of that drink. I don't even drink,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've heard of that specific drink.
It's a
the
whiskey drink.
old-fashioned.
It's a
Yeah,
whiskey
that's why I was
drink.
like, oh, that's a
whiskeys and bitters. Yeah, but
we were excited to talk about your new room, and we wanted to confirm with the audience what your where and when and the hours.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Sorry.
I had to charge my phone. Hang on.
This is what happens when you call someone.
Yeah.
And FYI,
Unexpectedly.
Jorge wanted to call and prank, but I was like, I'm caller ID. She has my number.
I know. It says PX.
Yeah. I was like, I have her number. He's like, you want me to call her? And I was like, she doesn't have your number. She's not going to know. She might not even answer it.
I'm on the air, Paco.
Yes, say hi, Faco.
Well, you know what? It's Melanie might have ignored my phone call because recently I was at a mic. I went to BMO's mic on Tuesdays. And Melanie walks in. I say hi, and guess what? Melanie just keeps walking by without saying hi to me. You remember that, Melanie?
I didn't. You know what? I must not have heard you, and then I didn't see you. I don't know. I don't know what.
She probably
It
didn't
hurt
see
my
you.
feelings. It hurt my feelings.
Okay, no one cares. Anyways, the real reason why we called you, we wanted to congratulate you on your new room, and we wanted to know the date and times when you have the mic. Is it mic showcase at My Gypsy Soul?
Right now, it's just an open mic, and it's going to be Thursdays at 8:00, and it's at My Gypsy Soul. And McCovey, is that I can get? What is it? McAvoy Street.
McAvoy Street. Is it right across from Black and Brown, right?
Next door.
Yes, right next door.
Across it, next door.
Anyway.
They share the parking lot.
Yes, no, I love that
So
place. I can't wait. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna be there next Thursday.
Yeah. Good spot.
Yeah, they have inside. They have the area where we're doing the open mic. It's really cute, and then it's like a barn or industrial.
Yeah,
building.
no,
Is
I've
that
seen it. And it even has its own bathroom, right? Like right there on the side. It's a cute little bathroom. Yeah, a couple bathrooms.
Yeah, and then the store. My Gypsy Soul is like they have a storefront, and they sell vintage clothing, which I can never fit in because it's tiny.
I bought my
And then
air
they
freshener.
have then they have like an area where they have metaphysical stuff like crystals and gems, and then they have like handmade art.
I love that place.
Purses,
It's like a boutique.
and then they jewelry. Yeah, it's a boutique. That's a good way of saying it. Yes.
Yeah.
And then they
Melanie, I have a
little
question.
baking area.
Melanie, are there any crystals that can help out with comedy?
Probably not in the way
Yeah,
we
the dark
wanted or
crystal.
think to. The dark crystals. Well, and I was going to say, I bought an air freshener from that shop. It smells so good. It's in my car. It's a car freshener. I still have
Oh,
it.
so you went there already?
Yeah, I've been there. I've been over there. I took the girls over there because they love like, Goodwill and like vintage shops and boutiques. And I was like, I wanted to take it. And I got all excited. And they're like, we've been here before. I'm like, fuck you.
Wait, is it?
I was all excited to take them. They're like, we've been here. I'm like, fuck.
So it's a thrift store.
Yeah,
It's a thrift
such
store.
cute little
Black and
things
Brown.
there.
Black and Brown is a thrift store. I don't know. My Gypsy Soul has a little bit some thrift stuff in there too.
What is it? Is it for black and brown people? Why is it called black and brown?
I don't know, but that store's been there forever, and I think My Gypsy Soul's been there for a while too. So
I've never been in Black and Brown.
go in there.
That's not true, Melanie. You have black and brown in you.
I park in the Black and Brown parking. They also have a bakery inside of it. Like
Yeah,
a little,
and the My Gypsy Soul. Yeah, is it
Yeah.
special bakery or no? Just regular bakery.
it's called Frida Bakes. The woman is called Frida Bakes, and they have like cupcakes and stuff. But she also makes like gluten-free cupcakes and like dairy-free and stuff.
Dairy-free,
and they have
gluten-free.
Italian sodas, drinks, which I really like there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to check it out next Thursday. Every Thursday at 8:00.
Yep, 8 to 10.
8 to 10. 8 to 10.
We've had about 16 people sign up.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I'm excited because April 1st is the 1-year anniversary of being there. And it's woman-owned, so yeah.
You've been running the mic there for 1 year, or 1 year my Gypsy Soul's been there?
1 year,
1
Gypsy
year
Soul's
my
been there.
Gypsy Soul's
Oh,
been there.
okay. I thought they've been there long. So Black and Brown's actually been there for a really long time from what I hear. Okay, that's how exciting. Happy birthday to them.
Yeah. So the
you gonna
woman
do a
that owns
show?
the place was very nice.
Well, I've been encouraging her to do a showcase. It's a sweet
showcase
spot.
for their anniversary. We're doing a showcase at Foxtail for their 1 year anniversary. Highly
are you?
Yeah, it's happening April 16th. I'm closing it out, so you guys gonna want to check that out.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, maybe I should ask her if she wants
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say, do it. 1 year anniversary over there. Shoot, give them a nice little present. It'll be great.
Well, you know what? They have when the weather's nice, they have Taco Tuesday. They have a taco truck there, and then it comes. And then when the weather's nice, we can like bring it outside.
Oh yeah,
open the doors and bring it
like in the
outside.
summer?
And then on some Saturdays she has like a vendor fair where you could have artists. That's what she wants. She wants art and entertainment there. In the parking lot, they have like these vendors, like they sell art and stuff like that, and food. Pop-up art thing.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to hear more. Thank you so much, Melanie and Faco, for even taking my call.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Happy Friday. Love you guys.
Okay, happy Friday.
Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Faco.
Thanks. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Cool. That was like our first
Honestly, probably
guest.
Don't tell them this, but they're probably my favorite comedy couple in San Jose.
Don't tell them that? Why would we not want to tell them that?
Last thing I want to tell them is good things. You know?
They're probably gonna have to listen to it now because they were on it. They're like, we have to listen to this
They're the cutest
episode.
comedy couple in San Jose.
I love Faco.
And I will only say that behind their back.
Not to their face. What a dick.
Not many comedy couples in San Jose.
Not in San Jose. Yeah, you're right.
I think of Athena and Sam, but they're no longer San Jose.
Yeah, they're like Stockton area.
Yeah. Anyway,
Central Valley. There's a lot of Central Valley couples out there.
That's interesting. You're right.
There's Nick Larson, Daniel Lars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another couple that's out there.
Isn't no?
There's Aurora, I think.
Oh yeah, Aurora and Drew.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
They're comedian couple, right?
Yeah.
Comedy couple. Yeah.
Anyway, but I think Faco and Melanie are doing a great job representing the San Jose comedy couple. I mean, so cute together.
That'd be a really good showcase.
They're so cute.
Comedy couples.
It's so cute
Showcase.
when you see them waddle together. You know.
Oh, I'm definitely sharing this with them. I'm gonna make a clip.
I love them.
I love them more.
So we're
I'll say to their face that I love them.
We're past the hour mark. Any subjects you want to touch or anything like that? Or should we go straight to plugs?
Let me see. This is the last of Women's History Month.
What? I thought it just started.
No, it's end of March.
Oh,
yeah.
Women's History Month.
Women's History Month.
We should have done a segment. Damn it.
We still have time. Well, no, by the time it's going to be over. I mean, that's why you asked if you wanted to talk about anything. Talk about it now. What is it?
We could have done like a segment about that, like a little game.
Yeah, a game or like a quiz or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right. We'll do it.
What's your take on Women's History Month? Let me ask you this. What's your favorite month? Women's History Month, or do you like AAPI month? Or how do you say that? Asian American
month?
Don't Asians have a month?
I probably sound like a bad Asian.
But Asians have a month, right?
They do. I think Filipinos have like a month too.
So you prefer Women's Month?
I mean, I like both. I just don't heavily promote it, and I feel like I'm a bad woman and I'm a bad Asian. You know what I mean?
Why?
Like I try during the shows, like it's Women's History Month, you know, blah, blah, but then I do not like talk about any women from history. I should probably do that, you know.
Is there any particular woman in history that you think that you like?
Yeah, my fucking mom. Like,
Oh,
that's
I mean,
real
like
shit.
actual history,
Yeah,
not
actual-
your personal history.
Yeah, no, that's why, again, why I'm a bad woman, bad Asian. I'm like, my mom, she's the
Let's
best.
see.
Like, well, okay, if we're gonna be talking about women,
isn't
like
there a
Amelia
famous?
Earhart, she's like a good women history. She first woman to fly a plane, even though she went missing.
But she died
I know. It's the
while
first.
flying a plane.
I know, that's some shit. I think it was men. I think men shot her down. They were
You
like,
think
this
men
bitch
shot
fucking
her?
coming over here flying a motherfucking plane. And they're like, da, 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 da. Yeah, she got fucking killed.
Your
Or Bermuda
mom's
Triangle.
Your mom's Filipino, right?
Yeah, she's Filipino.
So in history, a famous female woman.
Imelda Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos.
But she was known for her shoes. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of fucking...
That's a very woman thing to be known for, right? I'm just saying. It's
I mean... Yeah, that's cool and
What-
all.
what
but
was the
like,
big
if I
deal
wanna
about
be
her shoes
known-
again?
She just had so many fucking shoes. She had hella
like
shoes.
the quantity or the quality? Like what mattered here?
I think it was quantity at this point is what they were talking about.
Do
But
you
know
have a
what's
lot
crazy?
of shoes?
I don't have a lot of shoes.
You're probably the only woman I know that doesn't have many shoes.
I probably have like 20 pairs.
That's a lot of shoes.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That
Yeah.
doesn't
That's
sound like
a lot. That's
no,
a lot.
to me that's not a lot. I feel like a lot is like 50.
Holy shit.
That's a lot. 20 pairs is not a lot to me.
That's-
because you got to have like high heels, different colors, and then I have like different types of boots, and then I have different types of Jordans, and then you know, and that just adds up. So then,
okay.
yeah. But I keep my shoes clean. You know what I mean? Most of my shoes are clean.
You're like the San Jose Imelda Marcos.
No, I'm not, because Imelda Marcos has way more shoes. Like my ex-husband, my third ex-husband, was like a Vietnamese Imelda Marcos.
He had shoes?
He had hella shoes. He had over like 100 pairs of shoes.
Damn. Like
Yeah.
he's like the collective. Like,
He would collect. And he had obviously had a shoe problem, just fucking buying shoes. Like
Yeah.
he completely had a shoe problem. Like I remember him telling me like he's like I bought a shoe every day of the month. I was like, why? You won't even like be able to wear through these shoes.
is he selling them and stuff, or he just collecting?
He's just collecting. He's just collecting. And
crazy.
some of them were pretty cool shoes. Like he had this limited edition breast cancer awareness Michael Jordan shoes, but it wasn't breast cancer awareness. It was Chinese New Year edition. And I was like, why is it pink?
How do you confuse the two?
Because I think it says it like in the label or something like that, New Year or something like that.
Yeah.
Shoe. And I was like, why pink? Wouldn't it be red? You know? I don't know. I thought it was weird. But those were like one of the like, whoa, those are cool. But yeah, this weird shoe game. And then he kind of gave me some Jordans. So now I have a little thing for Jordans now, but a specific number. Like I don't like some like the ones. I'm sure people are listening and I was like, oh yeah, I fucking love the ones. I love the fours.
Yeah.
I love the 13s.
I never caught on to the whole Air Jordan thing.
I don't think I look good. I was 39 years old, 38 years old.
Yeah.
When I first started, getting into Jordan. So it's never too late for you.
Is there like a woman equivalent of shoes brand, sports or whatever?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, everyone like Christian, like not sports wise.
Like who's the most famous women athlete right now?
Brittany.
Brittany.
The chick that got stuck over there in Russia, wherever.
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, she's like the most.
Brittany
popular,
Griner should come out with a shoe brand. I think about it.
You know what I mean?
And it comes with like with a vape or something.
Yeah, she'd be like.
Is that what they caught her with? They caught her with a vape.
Oh, ding dong.
That'd be pretty funny.
Where'd
If
you
she has a
go?
shoe brand, the Brittany Griner shoe, and it comes with a vape on the side.
Dude.
That'd be tight.
Anyways, if anything happened like that, I'd be stuck in a different country. I'd be like, fuck. It sucks. Here I am stuck.
But you said
I brought weed pens.
you were about to say something about Women's History Month before I interrupted. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying like I feel like I should be a better like I guess feminist. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm too much of a feminist, but I feel like I should be giving more shout outs. Like every day of the month I should have been giving a shout out to like a woman in history. You know what I mean? And I kind of didn't. Maybe that's a goal for me next year. I'll probably do that maybe next year every day or every,
Yeah.
just to be like knowledgeable, right?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be women empowering, and I'm like, who?
You're just treating this woman in history just like a man.
Yeah.
Just ignoring them.
Like,
Just undermining them.
emotionally hurt right now. Yeah, that's true. I think that's it.
All right, let's do some plugs. Yeah? You got upcoming shows you want to promote?
Let's see. I do next week. I think it's kind of crazy because April is coming around, and I'm turning 40 next month.
Hey.
And I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm like, fuck it. I'm not planning shit.
I thought you were planning a party.
I was. And then I just decided, it's been a tough month. I almost lost my house, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't, thank God.
Yeah.
Like, that's how crazy life
Happy to
is.
hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm telling the fucking audience because this is real shit. Your worst neighbor.
She lost her house and she called the cops, reported stolen. She found it later.
It never moved.
Yeah.
But I was like thinking about that moment. Like, I was like, fuck, like I almost lost my house. Thank God I didn't, thank God I still have a roof over my head. I'm so thankful. And, with layoffs and stuff like that happening right now, like losing your job
you
is
work
always
in a bank, right?
Yeah.
So like banks are going solvent these days.
There was a bank in the Bay Area that did go down.
Two.
Silicon Valley. What was the other one?
The Republic, New Republic Bank.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it's fucking scary as fuck. So anyways, that's the shit that like I'm tripping off of. Like, and the last thing I want to be like, oh, I wonder how many guests are going to go to my fucking 40th birthday party. Like, so I'm not going to do anything really.
I think the best way is maybe a pizza party. That's a budgetary party, right? Budget friendly.
Yeah, but then it's like, then I get anxiety about thinking about cleaning up after people at my house.
You don't have to have a party here. You can have somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like organizing. Like, I'm just like, don't want to plan shit for my birthday. I don't know. I was never big on birthdays anyways. Like, so to me, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll pass up on my 40. Maybe I'll just do something I want to do. April 17th.
We're going to do something for your birthday.
Oh, no. I don't want to do anything now.
We're going to podcast on your birthday.
Oh, my gosh. No, I have my kids on my birthday. So the last thing you want to do is like, fuck mom.
We got your kids as guests now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That'd be funny. Okay, so my plugs. I'm going to be at Tuesdays next Tuesday.
Are you a featured storyteller there?
I think so. He hit me up before.
Or are you just shouting out open mics are going to?
No, he told me I'm booked on the 28th, so I guess I'm featured there. I don't know yet. I don't know. Am I supposed to wait for a flyer or something? I don't know. BMO, if you're listening to this, which I doubt. I'm going to be there on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, Santa Cruz Mountain Brewery. I had to flake a couple times because of the fucking weather, because it's been crazy. And then, of course, every Friday, Comedy and Empanadas.
That's dope. All right, folks. So I have an announcement regarding Branham. The next Branham show is the 9th on Easter Sunday. That's the Branham show I'm running, and it's gonna be my last Branham.
Oh no!
PX is looking at her now. She said, "Oh no."
Oh, like why? No, and I was just thinking about I forgot to drop another show that I'm on.
Oh, go ahead. You can drop it.
It's at Branham Lounge.
That's the Women's History one, too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Once again, you ignored Women's History.
Oh, no, it is because it's with Jacob.
You should probably plug it because that was before mine.
Yeah, that's going to be March 26th. That's actually tomorrow. Not tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Sunday. Because Saturday. Oh, that's right. I have the crap feed, too. Where's my brain? But this shit's not this shit. The podcast probably not post on time. Might not post around that time, but if it is,
I'll post on the weekend for sure.
Okay,
because I'm just excited to see what the board I could do.
This board's fancy. We should take a picture with it. Like hold it up.
We should do a reel where we start with the old one that we had. And we go started from the bottom, then boom.
You heard it here first. Your worst neighbor.
But yeah, so you have a Branham show this Sunday, all women's show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And I'm at Foxtail too, which was really funny because Jorge came to Foxtail last Sunday, and I thought it was really dope because we both got on the microphone and we did a live Your Worst Neighbors podcast.
We bantered with the crowd.
Yeah, but when I introduced Jorge, I said Your Worst Neighbor. He's producer of Your Worst Neighbor.
She introduced me as Jorge is a producer of Your Worst Neighbor, and then she just said that, and like She did not say podcast. She just said your worst neighbor. It was so random. Like, we were like, okay.
And then he was like, it's a podcast.
That's a passive aggressive say.
You didn't think? I thought people would have got that it was like a podcast. I don't know. That shit was funny. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, so my Brandon show, the 9th, April 9th, Easter Sunday. Come out. It's going to be a fun show. I'm going to have a lot of Sacramento comics coming out for that one, hopefully. But before that, on April 2nd, on Sunday, I'm on the Foxtel Comedy Show. Did you plug that one?
Oh, I didn't plug that one.
Yeah.
That's two. Yeah.
Is it anniversary show? Is that what it is?
No, that is the first Sunday showcase. The anniversary show is on the 16th. That's the one I'm closing.
Hell yeah. Who's hosting that? Because you're closing it out, right?
I'm closing it out. We don't have hosts. We're gonna do it LA style. It's just 3 comics.
Awesome. So there we go. On April 2nd at Foxtel.
For Sunday's showcase.
Is it Foxtel Fermentation?
Yep. Foxtel
in
Fermentation.
Downtown
San Jose.
April 2nd. On April 7th, I'm going to be at The Office, which is a nice restaurant in San Carlos. It's in the peninsula.
Who produces that?
Mitch Campbell.
Oh.
Mitch, yeah.
He does the trivia stuff, right?
Yeah, he does trivia, and so you know that show's going to be packed out. So make sure you make reservations if you're planning for that one, because we're expecting a sellout crowd for that one.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure the Foxtel too, because it's pretty small.
Oh yeah.
Get there early.
Yeah, there's going to be sold out shows. Out shows.
And so the 2nd of April, 7th April, and 9th of April. And other than that, just follow me on Instagram at Jorge M. Sanchez. Jorge M. Sanchez. Follow on Instagram. If any other shows pop up, I was promoted there. And Twitter at South Bay Boy JMS, or just Jorge Sanchez as well.
Anymore. I need to go on Twitter.
Lately, I've just been on Instagram, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Instagram's my thing.
And there you go. And thank you for listening to Your Worst Neighbors podcast. You can subscribe if you have not already. Tell your friends about it if you're a comedy fan or just a local South Bay fan. Pretty soon we're gonna have some guests on. So tune in. You can also follow us on social media at Instagram at Your Worst Neighbors podcast, and you can send us stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, don't send us inappropriate stuff, or send us inappropriate stuff so we can talk about it on the podcast.
And then we can also email us for any questions at Your Worst Neighbors podcast at gmail.com.
Have you checked that email?
Not lately. I should. I don't know.
People have probably been emailing us, and
I know,
like, fucking dicks.
and we always appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys had
Yep. Thank you for listening. You're the best.
And I think it's a pretty good episode. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Have you been hearing any response?
No, not really. Oh, I was going to ask you on the analytics on that. I was like, can you tell people like?
Ever since we got social media presence, our downloads have been getting higher.
Oh, that's good.
We're still not over 100 though, so there's not much we can do until we get at least 100 subscribers.
Okay, 100 subscribers on Spotify, on
Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, most other podcasts.
What will happen when we get 100 subscribers?
Well, if we get 100 subscribers, we could start looking for sponsorship.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's about numbers. So
yeah, please share.
Because we started from a very small recorder, and now we're upgrading to this actual cool board, but there's still more we can do. To evolve.
Well, I think once we have guests too, I think that'll kind of change up the game plan.
Yeah, so we want to make sure we provide the best sound quality we can, the best equipment we can, the best way people can, we
want to hear your feedback
content.
too.
Yeah.
What you guys can hear, what you guys don't hear. I actually listen to the podcast after it airs. Surprisingly, I do.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'll be like driving home, and I'll be like, "Let me listen to this," and I'll laugh. I'll listen to it and be like, "We're so stupid."
I'm the same way,
but it's funny. Yeah. I'm just like, "Oh, that's fucking hilarious." So it's good shit.
So, and who knows? Maybe we'll start a Patreon soon. So maybe we'll get some direct income coming from this podcast. Patreon. Don't worry, I'll explain.
That's a big word. I was like, "Oh, what? Who's gonna give us a ticket?"
I made it up. And we actually, when we did the banter together at Foxtel, we put a seed of an idea of maybe doing some live Your Worst Neighbors podcast comedy shows.
We got a great response too when we were talking on the mic there live. So
people really liked us on stage
talking.
Yeah,
so that's good. All right,
folks. Thank you for tuning in. And until
Podcast.
next time.